Got it, Kristen. Here she is. Hello, everybody. Let's get started here. I am just really honored to be here with all of you tonight. We know that time is precious and you've all joined us on this Thursday night, wherever you're tuning in from. If you want to drop in the chat and let us know, we always like knowing that as well. My name is Deanna Galbraith. I'm one of the leaders here, and we are just really thrilled to kind of be concise, but also give you lots of information. The place that you want to call home and grow a business here with us. So we're going to go through some information, and at the end we will do a Q&A as well once we stop recording, so we can get all of your questions answered and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to turn it over first to my direct upline, Kristen Adams, and I'm going to just talk her up a little bit because she's not going to do that herself. Kristen is an industry legend. I chose to partner with her here. She's a seven-figure earner in the industry and has done really well and is a wealth of knowledge. She's also a nurse practitioner. So, especially if you have product questions at the end as well, hang around. You can pick her brain. I do it all the time. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Kristen, to get us started.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Deanna. That was such a nice introduction. Now I don't even know what to say about myself. Well, I'm also a wife and a mom to 4 girls. And when I was taking a look at opportunities, I was with a different project. As she said, I've earned $1 million plus in the industry. And I knew that I needed to find a company that had impeccable products, super clean products that everybody could benefit from, products that were clean, that I would be willing to give my children, products that were effective, that I could feel them working, but with a company backed that up. I wanted to find a place to call home that I could build something legendary. And to be able to build something legendary, you have to have a backbone of ownership that has leadership skills. And so when I was taking a look at companies, I tried these snaps. I was so impressed, but I was like, okay, I got to meet the owners. I got to figure out if these are my kind of people. I need to know, can I build something here that is going to stand the test of time? And so I got a chance to actually meet both of our owners in person and on Zoom multiple times. I picked their brains so much. So I'm going to start actually at the bottom here with Jeff Mack. He is the man on the right. I got on Zoom first with him and I was like, okay, tell me, what are the ingredients? Tell me why you use these flavors. Like, are the flavors natural? Are they actually essential oils and plant flavors? Like, is there cocoa in the chocolate flavor? Like, tell me all the things. And we spent almost 2 hours on Zoom going over and unpacking all of the nitty gritty. Like, I even wanted to know, is the plastic that is holding our product together, is that BPA free? Like, I wanted to know all of the things. And I was so impressed with his knowledge and his ability to share with me from what his experience was, and also being a part of the formulation of our proprietary products, to say yes. And get this, you guys, do you know how many, I looked at over 30 companies. Do you know how many people could not look me in the eye and tell me that they use their own products? And these two use them in front of me. They were like, oh, my fridge is stocked with these things. I can't go a day without them. And that was really impressive to me. I also got a chance to fly down and meet Caustic Era. And Caustic Era is the man on the left, and he's the one there at the top underneath the founders. He is amazing in the industry. So back when I was still in elementary school, this man was doing $100,000 weeks in network marketing, in the trenches, building a business. He is still making a residual that is the same cost as most people's homes a month. Like, we're talking, this man built something legendary, and I wanted to learn from him. I got a chance to sit across the table from him and really pick his brain as to why he was starting this business for us. And do you know what he said? His goal is not to create a $1 billion company. His goal is not to make some sort of massive financial empire. His goal is to impact people and to give back to the industry that gave him so much, and to create a home for people to be able to change lives through health and wellness, and also through a financial ability through our compensation plan. And we're going to talk about that at the end. But I'm going to get started on our product. So we have 4 biohacking snaps right now. This is our first one. This is the first product I snapped, and I fell in love. You guys, I am a busy mom with 4 daughters. My brain is fried. If you've ever heard the term mom brain, mom rage, no patience, whatever, that was me from time to time. I would just get overwhelmed with all of the things going on from the children. And I knew that when I snapped this brain, when I was testing it out, that my patience would go sky high, that I could be the happy go lucky mom that these kids deserve, that I could be tuned into what they needed and not overwhelmed by the whining and the constant talking with 4 daughters. Oh my goodness. If you have daughters, please drop it in the chat. Do your kids ever stop talking? Because I swear mine do not. But what I noticed was as soon as I snapped this, I got that alpha stage, that quick boost of energy. I knew I could get the kids off to school and get to the gym on that energy. Next was the beta stage, and that's that improved mood. I felt good. I was humming in the car. I was going through my to-do list, not feeling overwhelmed. Stage 3 is the omega stage, and that's the get her done. Like that's the, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to bust out all this stuff I got to do. I'm going to fold all the laundry, do all the things, get the dinner ready. It is like a focused mind for hours. And you know what's great about these is they come in 4 different flavors. You're going to find one that you like, and these are effective. Yes, sometimes I take 2 a day. Today I might have, if you're wondering if I'm talking a little fast, it's just my personality. Ask Deanna. She's always like, slow down, Kristen. It's just who I am. But you can always snap an extra one if you need a little bit. But you guys, I used to take 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day. And now I'm taking one of these snaps that has 100 milligrams of plant-based natural caffeine. And most days it lasts me all day. Sometimes I snap a second. These are non-GMO, gluten-free. They are vegan. They are non-dairy. And get this, see this one at the bottom, right? Oh, someone's coloring on my screen. Y'all are creative here. I don't know how to get rid of that. Let's see if I can make that go away. I'm not sure here. We'll just do this. So if you're coloring on my screen, I caught you. But the bottom right circle says CGMP compliant. CGMP compliant means that it is the top tier of the FDA for supplements, for cleanliness, good manufacturing practices, and we are at the top of the list for FDA for compliance for that. And I absolutely love that we have that clean and great products. All right, our next product we're going to talk about is the Zlin. The Zlin is our sleep and slim. So you get the Z for the sleep and Zlin is the lean part, right? So this is a product that they initially put together for sleep. It has multiple ingredients to help you fall asleep and stay asleep without anxious feelings or worry. And if you're like me, I used to sit up at night and go through my to-do list, all the things I was supposed to do, conversations from 6 months ago that I probably could have said something different. Who's with me on that? Anybody lay awake at night worrying about things they can't control? I no longer do that. I now snap this within 15 minutes. I'm calm, resting, drifting off to dreamland, sleeping like a husband every single night. Then they said, well, we still have room in this snap, and there's not a lot of real estate. These snaps are only 15 mLs. So they said, what else can we add? They decided to add ingredients to help your body detox, clean out your liver, clean out your lymph system, clean out your gut. It comes in 2 stages. You do a week of detox, and then the rest of it is gut restoration. So you're improving your gut health. Some of us split up our detox and take a couple every week. Some of us do it all at once. It's totally up to you and how you want to do that. And there still was a little real estate or a little space left in the snap. So they added this product called
Kristen, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. I don't think we can see your screen. It just says that you've screen shared, but I can't see anything. So I want to make sure everyone can see it and it's not just me.
Okay, let me try again.
There, now I can see it.
Yay!
Yeah, okay, we're nodding. Okay, sorry, continue.
Thank you, girl. No,
I'm visual. I need it.
I love it too. Yeah, take a screenshot since you don't get as much time to look at this. I appreciate you, Deanna. Thank you for letting me know. So their little bit of extra real estate that was in this snap, they went and they decided, you know what? People want to lose weight when they sleep. Like, who wouldn't want to burn a little extra calories while you're sleeping, right? Whether you have extra skeletal fluff, like I like to call it, or not, this product will actually help your body identify bad fat, so specifically visceral or organ fat, and it will convert it into energy that your cells can use. So one of the things that people will say is that, hey, when I wake up in the morning, I feel energized. Like I feel like I'm ready to jump out of the bed in the morning. What's going on? Well, it's because your body was taking bad fat from your belly and from your heart and from your lungs and all the places that they store little fat crevices and burning it for energy. I love that it really helps improve your health by allowing your body to utilize those stores better and not be stored in your body. So I'm going to bring up a couple. I have Jamie and Jeff. I'm going to replace you guys here. They are some top leaders in our organization. They're going to share their experience on these two products.
Obviously, this is Jeff. I am Jamie. Our two favorites are the Brain and the Zlin. Caramel macchiato, very much recommended. Is delicious in the Brain. So a lot of my friends that are on here tonight, they know my story. I get very overwhelmed and I freeze, like to the point where I cannot function. And that has not been the case since I've started taking this. It was kind of one of those things where we didn't really know like what was really going to happen when we tried it.
And honestly didn't notice it right away at first either. We just realized we were working very long days, which normally didn't happen. And somebody was just trucking through and keeping going till wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, it's fine. But I mean, I also noticed that I'm just happier. It's like, yeah.
I can't say it, but I can agree with it.
That big long to-do list does not feel as daunting anymore. I'm actually getting things checked off the list, where before I would just kind of freeze and like kind of push them off until 0 hour. I have more energy and I have motivation like that.
And focus too.
Yeah.
I've always been a 15 projects going at once, bouncing around between them. I'm down to 5. So that's a vast improvement. It's just a short time.
Very much so. So that is the Brain is absolutely I'm going to say it's my favorite.
I would have thought it had been the sleep for you.
Well, the sleep is pretty good too. So that one I've had the chocolate strawberry. Very yummy, especially in chocolate milk. Any excuse you have to have a little bit of chocolate milk before bed is perfect in my book. But like, I'll take it, and 30 to 45 minutes later, I'm sleepy. And like, I'm the girl that was up until midnight, 1, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. was not uncommon for me. And being awake when he gets up still.
And you beat me to bed recently, which never happens. I sleep like a lot, and I fall asleep like that, and all of a sudden she's in passed out before I get in there, which is a miracle.
It's
I
great.
promise you.
It is great. And it's nice, restful, deep sleep too. Like deep enough that I don't hear the dog come in and out of the bedroom 1,000 times. But I also know that if something were to happen, that I would hear it and I'd be able to wake up. So it's not like a coma. It's just deep, restful sleep. It's fabulous. And I don't know. I can talk to humans in the morning after it too.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for sharing that story. I love the chemistry between you two and the smiles back and forth. I can tell that there's improvement in your health and it's impacting even your marriage, which is fantastic. Thanks for sharing, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to talk about our last two products here before we bring back Deanna. Can everybody see my screen? Yes, no? Give me a yes. Okay, I haven't seen anybody. I see nods. Okay, great. I was looking in the chat. Okay, this is our time reverser. Why does everybody need a time reverser? Well, this has great collagen in it. And I'm going to tell you guys, getting a hydrolyzed liquid collagen is super important. As we get older, our collagen stores drop. That's why when you see babies and they're all cute and chunky and we want to squish them, they're loaded with collagen. And when you see great grandma and she's like, right, she doesn't have any left. We're somewhere in the middle, right? Most of us are, but we would rather have nice full cheeks as long as possible, nice filled in wrinkles, all the stuff. The collagen is going to help with that. But what this has on top of that layered in are multiple really great benefits. So Arania berries are incredibly great with antioxidants. They have tons of vitamin C, which helps with skin repair. We have S7, which is 7 different superfoods. that have been clinically proven to increase nitric oxide, which is a big word, I know, but when we need nitric oxide, it's when we need better blood flow. So it helps with endurance, it helps with muscle recovery, it helps with your ability to chase your kids and not get so winded. It helps men with endurance when they're doing their favorite activities. If you get my drift, women too, and it helps boost libido. I'm just putting that out there. This is a great product for every single body, but my kids even take it because they're athletic. They do competition cheer and it helps them not be so sore after working out. And I love that for them because they used to come home just exhausted after 2 hours of tumbling. And it really helps with their endurance as well. It has an ingredient called NMN, which is a precursor for glutathione. And if you guys know anything about glutathione, and if you don't, it's okay. It takes your DNA. Do you guys remember back in science where you have DNA and at the ends of the DNA are little caps that keep your DNA from going awry? Well, at the end of those little caps are called telomeres. Glutathione actually helps those get more strong. And so your DNA replicates more effectively without mistakes. We all know what happens when your DNA is not replicating correctly. It can kill off the cell. It can cause cellular changes. It can cause all sorts of problems. If you don't know, just Google what that means. And this actually helps, glutathione actually helps reduce the amount of times that your DNA can replicate without having issues, which I love. So we're talking anti-aging at the DNA level, you guys. This is amazing. If you were to come into my clinic and say, Kristen, I want an IV of glutathione, it's hundreds of dollars just for one IV treatment. And you get a little bit of this every single day, an effective dosing, which is so cool. Our next and last ingredient or product we're going to talk about today is our Plus. Now, the Plus is something that they just recently added. It's a thermogenic coffee creamer. If you are struggling with extra fluffiness, I know it's something that I've been struggling with. And regardless of how active you are, sometimes it just doesn't want to budge. You can snap this into your coffee and it actually helps your body increase your metabolism. It helps your body decrease how many fat cells can replicate. So it actually works by reducing the amount of skeletal fat cells on your body over time, which is crazy cool. So I call it my little liquid lipo. You can just snap it right there in your coffee. I actually prefer it into pineapple juice or orange juice and then drink my coffee the way I like it. Because some of us are a little bit coffee snobs. Doesn't really matter how you take it. You just add it to a beverage. It does work more effectively with caffeine. So you're going to feel more of that boost in your metabolism if you take it at the same time as caffeine. And we've seen huge transformations. For myself personally, I've been on it almost 6 months and I'm down 33 pounds. Now, did I love myself before? Of course I did. But I was working out, trying to be my best shape so that I could be a healthy mom and keep up with my kids. And this has helped my body release some of that excess that I really didn't need. So whether you're trying to lose a little bit of weight, whether you've got some goals to say, fountain of youth forever, you want to have more energy, you want to have better mood, better sleep, better gut health, we have products for you. And I want to bring back up Deanna. She made a strategic choice to choose this company because we have amazing products, but also the business side was really important to her. And so I'd love to hear a little bit from you, Diana, about what made you decide to take a look at Bella Vita.
All right. So I'm happy to sort of fill you guys in a little bit about my story and why I decided to partner here. So I am an occupational therapist by trade. I'm a mama too. I've got a couple kids, but I was, running a successful occupational therapy practice for many years. And like a lot of people end up sort of stumbling into network marketing. Right. And you kind of catch that bug and you start to see the potential of what's possible in the industry, and ended up really enjoying the coaching and connecting with people and helping others to launch their businesses. And I'm very, very fiercely passionate about that, about others succeeding, and ended up growing a really, really large team and doing quite well. But as things started to go really well and I knew it was time for me to close my clinic, and I'm, now doing network marketing full time, I realized that probably choosing a really strategic place to call home was in order, right? So it's not very often we sit and we're on these calls and we're looking at, all of the opportunities out there, or thinking long-term. And I really wasn't the first time that I partnered with my first company. So knowing that I'm a lifer and doing this full time, I, similarly to Kristen, I just started looking. So, I mean, I as well started with about over 30 companies, but very quickly narrowed it down to about 7 or 8. And there were some really strategic things that I was looking for, and I'm happy to share those here before we get into some nitty gritty of, the business side. So I too, like Kristen, narrowed it down. I ended up flying in to meet Costa Guerra and 2 other CEOs of 2 different companies as well, to really plant my, find that place that I've turned over every stone and to plant my flag. As a leader, it's not something that you take lightly, right? So not only the company that you're partnering with, but also the upline that you're partnering with. So there were 4 key things that I've narrowed it down to that I was looking for in a company. The first is compensation plan. So there's a ton of different compensation plans. Everyone has their, little twist on it, and, theirs is the best and all of that. But I did realize very quickly that they're not all created equal. So you're going to learn tonight about our compensation plan. So I needed to make sure that it was not only aggressive, for leadership, but aggressive for the average person. And I think leading into my second one, which was the simplicity of the model for the average person, these 2 go hand in hand. So we need to make sure that people are able, if they don't have any experience, that they can plug into the systems that we have and the culture that we have and win, right? So that everybody at all levels is making a really darn good income and succeeding here. So comp plan, simplicity of the model. The third thing was customer retention. So I moved into this company as a consumable product, and I now understand from a business perspective how vital that is. But it's very quickly, you can find out a lot about a company when you ask about their customer retention, right? So what is that number? And does your customer retention number include your reps or your ambassadors, or is it just customers? So we have a 10-to-1 customer to rep ratio here, and an extremely high, an 85% retention rate, which is amazing. So that means if we're gaining customers over time and loving on them and doing our job, we're not going to keep all of our customers. I mean, it's just the nature of things. But if you have a consumable product that people are loving and it's working, right, then you have a really high chance that you're going to keep those customers over time. And the fourth one is momentum potential. I'm going to save this for Kristen at the end because it's my favorite. Everybody has their kind of preference, right? About, are you wanting to join a new company? Are you wanting to join a company that's already been through momentum? But I'm going to wait, but just know that, I needed to make sure that there was going to be room for me here. We need a lot of room on our team in particular to grow a lot of 6- and 7-figure earners. And we're not shy about that here. So we know that we can help the average person easily make $300 to $500 a month, but we're not shy about the fact that we're putting our heads together to build a really cool thing here. Okay. So I'm going to pass it back to you, Kristen, to get into the comp plan a little bit more.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I love when you share about that because it really shows your heart for your people and how, yes, you could plant your flag anywhere and win, but you wanted to make sure that every single person can win. And earlier today, Deanna and I were having a conversation, and we came up with this roadmap to show people, if you want to make a few $100s a month and you want to build your business with just customers, how over 6 months you can be netting a residual $3,000 monthly just by adding 5 new customers per month. That is what we have here. We have a way that people who want to be customer gatherers can win big and really impact your family. But maybe you are the kind of person like me and you love helping other people win. Well, we can show you a plan where if you bring in 2 people, you put one on one team, one on your other team, because we only ever build 2 teams, and you show them how to create a residual income of a couple $100s a month, growing that to a couple $1,000s a month. Your paycheck will reflect that. Not only are you going to be rewarded for the customers that you bring in, but the company is going to reward you for training and helping other people be successful too. But I mentioned that we only ever build with 2 teams. So when you bring in a 3rd person, because you've already helped 2 people be successful and it really impacted their family financially, and you have more people coming to you saying, hey, I want to learn how to do this from home. We're in a time where an extra couple $100s a month can really help the average family with groceries or gas or all those activities. I mentioned how my 3 of my 4 daughters are still in cheerleading. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea what the cheerleading world is like unless you have one. It's crazy. I need a couple $1,000s a month just for those 3 little girls. But if you bring in a third or a fourth person, they have to go underneath person number 1 or person number 2. Same thing with number 5 or number 6. They're going to go underneath number 3 or number 4. And so you are actually able to help your team members that partner with you build a bigger team income because we build together, which means, yes, when you partner with your upline, they're also going to be having 2 places to put them, either underneath you or underneath the other leg. And because of that, if you want to make a little bit of money, we can show you how to do that with a couple of team members. But you guys, there is always the potential that you could have hundreds of people on your team. And I don't know about you all, but getting paid 100% on my own efforts, that's what I used to do when I would go to the hospital and punch the clock as a nurse practitioner. I got paid 100% on my efforts punching the clock. But imagine if you got paid on 100 people punching the clock and doing their work and building their teams and creating an income from home. Wouldn't it be nice to receive a little bit of commission, residual commission on all the people that you've helped train? Imagine that. It's kind of like if you are a real estate agent, you make money on all the houses you sell. If you're the real estate broker, you make a little bit of money on all of the real estate agents' homes that they sell. We're going to show you exactly how to do both things. It's up to you. Do you want to make a little bit of income to help impact your family today? Or would you like to come down this journey with us and impact hundreds, thousands, even hundreds of thousands of lives and create a residual income that not only will bless your family, but your children's children too? Now, when Deanna shared a little bit about the timing for momentum, I'm going to share this with you guys. Every single company goes through momentum. Again, not if you can see my screens. We were having issues before. We're good? Okay. So every single company has a curve like this. There's going to be a period of time of formulation. This is when the company is identifying what kind of products do we want to have. Well, Velavita has decided that they are going to stay in the biohacking realm, which means that they are giving supplements and other things for our bodies to be able to create hacks or to improve the quality of our life drastically with simple solutions. Then concentration is the time where people like Jamie and her husband, Jeff, or Deanna, or Tanya, or Courtney, or Melissa that I see here along the top, that they have said, this company has something great. I want to be a part of it. And when enough of the right kind of people see the vision here through the products, through the comp plan, through the leadership that we have, the company will go into momentum. Now, we want you to be part of that concentration time. That is where we are right now. And in fact, in less than 1 week, we are going to be launching into a new area in biohacking. That might be the thing that gets us propelled into momentum. And yes, there are some teams here in Velavita who are already there. But you guys, when you have personal momentum, team momentum, and company momentum, that is where the millionaires are made. Now, over time, we might be in momentum for 10 years. You could jump in a year and still be able to create a huge income for your family. But by the time our company gets to stability, we are going to have, I guarantee you, thousands of people who are making a residual 6- and 7-figure income from their phones. And if this is you, I would like to be the first to say, welcome to the team. You are an all-in. You are ready to go. Let's get you signed up. If you're a B, but I have questions, don't worry. This is a recording for later. Get with the person who invited you and say, hey, connect me with an expert. I have some questions. We are not going to high pressure close you. We might show you the compensation plan so you can get a better idea of the nooks and crannies, the nuts and bolts of what that is actually made of and the percentages and things like that. We might share with you the information on the ingredients of the products or answer some questions about what way of signing up might be best for you. But our goal is simply to show you the options and let you choose if this is the right place for you, because we would love to have you partner with us, or see, you want to be a customer. The products sound amazing. You're super excited to try them. We will take all the customers we can get. As Deanna mentioned, we have a 10-to-1 customer ratio, and we have raging fans who absolutely love this product. And at any time, if you find people who are like, I need that snap, what is that thing that's helping you sleep so good? You can always upgrade to become a member and join as a part of our team, and we'd love to welcome you then. Oops. I'm going to stop this recording.